So the capabilities model has been around for quite a long time. We're building tools both for helping folks assess their capabilities, which is to say, you know, what do you do as a support organization supporting research, computing, and data at your institution? We've also built some portals that allow people to explore the resulting data that we get when people complete those assessments and contribute them to a community data set. So we've been working on this for quite a number of years now. We started out with a simple spreadsheet implementation, and now we've got a web application that allows people to work on it with a more modern UI. We are currently, we should go to the next slide probably, Daphne. So this is where you see the second version of this capabilities model. As I mentioned, we launched it some number of years ago, and then we did this updated version at the beginning of last year. Next slide. This is a view of the landing page for the portal that allows people to explore both the community of folks using the tools as well as the data that they have contributed into that portal. If you complete an assessment and fill out the contribute your data, you can also do benchmarking work where you compare to your data to others in the community. Next slide. This shows some of the different kinds of views you can get. You can look at map views, demographic charts, a whole bunch of different ways of slicing and dicing the data. Next slide. And this is a detailed view where you get in and you can actually do all sorts of interesting slicing and dicing of the data, where you can filter down to institutions just like yours, or if you just want to explore the data and see what does it look like just at R1s, or what does it look like just in EPSCoR states, and so forth and so on. So lots of fun things you can do with this. We are currently working on some extensions to the tool that allow you to complete just a portion of the assessment, because what we found was that a lot of folks, especially at smaller institutions, or if they just had a limited staff resources, it was a lot of work to complete the full assessment. And so we've developed, through a lot of focus groups and working with the community, a set of what we think of as essential questions, so that it boils it down to about 30 questions, makes it a lot lighter weight effort to complete. And then there's another variation on it. If, for example, let's say you completed an assessment and decided, oh, we got to work on these 5 areas. And then a couple of years later, you said, well, let's go back and reassess those 5 areas. You can now just focus on specific areas of the model and complete an assessment that way. We refer to that as chart your own journey. So that work is ongoing now. We hope to be launching that later this year. And that will then also have benchmarking for all of those things and everything else. So lots of work going on, a lot of exciting things. If you're interested, we would welcome more participation if you're interested in this kind of work. We have office hours on a regular basis. Lauren Michael is my co-chair of this working group. Dana was a co-chair for a long time and helps out. We got a good crew of folks who care about this. We often run some kind of workshops or tutorials at PERC. We love being in the community there. And if you're just interested in playing around with this stuff, please do, and let us know what you think. I probably said a lot of what's on the next slide already, Daphne. So we meet every Wednesday. We got so much going on. We actually do meet on a weekly basis. So there's one thing I didn't mention is that we every couple of years, and this is one of the years we're going to do this, we take a look at all the data that has been contributed, and we do our own slicing and dicing and look for what we see as interesting trends or just interesting patterns in the data, and we write that up. We did this a couple of times early on, and they were generated a lot of interest. One of them got the Associated PERC paper got a Best Paper Award, and we get lots of downloads of those. We're interested if folks would like to contribute to that, and you've got a data analytic background. Do let us know.